Welcome to WELMAS, and in our previous video we look at what WELMAS is about and the problem WELMAS seek to resolve. We also look at who the organizations that can use WELMAS. So today we are going to look at how to create an account and then how to log in, as well as the dashboard, overview of the dashboard, and how to navigate through the WELMAS platform. So without wasting time, when you want to log in or sign up, all you have to do is to click on this, or you can also use the down button here to move to the registration site. So you are required to fill in your name, your email address, your phone number, and then afterwards you'll be verified. And then after verification, you'll be asked to sign in. So without wasting time, let's sign in onto the WELMAS. So it's just by providing your email address and then your password. So we are signing in. So when you sign in, you first see this dashboard. So these institutions are the organization you want to manage. So say you have a year group that you want to manage. So you go to the institutions and then you go to create an institutions. So let's assume it's a year group welfare management or year group contribution. And then you can describe the year group, the institution. So the reason being that you can be able to create so much institutions. So the description will help you identify which one. So the default amount they have to contribute, you can set that as well. And then you go to create. So it moves you to the dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard for these institutions that you have created. So you can also add other institutions as well. So this is the first one, and then I want to add another one. So I go to create new, and this one is going to be for church welfare. And then you can also describe that, and then you set in a default amount, and then you create. So you realize that under institutions we have two created institutions or organizations whose welfare we are going to manage in the system. So anytime you want to manage one, you go to institution and then you select the one you want to manage. So when I want to manage 2018 year group welfare, I select 2020. I come here and then I select or view. You can view or select, any of them works. So you view, and then it brings you to the dashboard. So currently we are managing 2018 year group. The same way, when I select view, it means that whatever I'm going to do here is going to be for church welfare. Yes, so let's use the year group as an example. So this helps you also to know, say, you are now operating the year group's welfare management. So on this dashboard, you realize that you have your wallet, the amount you have collected so far, and then you have this URL. So this URL is what your members can use to view their contributions. And then we have collaborators. Collaborators are those who have access to the system. And then we have recent contributions as well. And then we have invite a user. So any of the executives or those in charge can also register into the system, and then you only invite them. And then when they go to invitations, they will see your invite as well. So you can invite them to view only the data, or to also manage members and then add settings, and then also set some of the fields. And then you can also allow them to record contributions as well. So you can invite members. So no need for them to also create a different account or be using the same login as you, because each user managing can manage a lot of institutions. So you will invite them to which of the institutions you want them to also participate in. So that is how comprehensive the system is. So you share this link with your members so that they can also view their contributions, but they must have an email. So what happens after creating an institution? So after creating an institution, and then maybe you want to manage that institution, you select it, and then it brings you to the dashboard of the institution. So you see we are in 2020 8-year group. When you come to this side, you have a lot of institutions here which you can just select, and then the dashboard changes. Yes, so you see that effect very soon. Now, currently there's no data. Okay, so if you want to add, so we must first add our members to the institution, the year group. Okay, so you go to members, and then you go to add member. Now, when you go to add member, you can also upload bulk. Okay, so you have in Excel your members, their phone, their email address, their phone numbers, and then you leave this place blank. The system automatically generates the ID for them. So you can upload them directly. You can also download a template on how to go about it. Download the template, you fill it as such, and then you upload. So no need for you to be typing one after the other. Yes, so you go to members, add members. Now, when you want to enter one after the other, so you have an option to auto-generate member ID, or if you already have a previous ID, you can just enter for the member you are entering for, you are inputting. But if you want the system to generate the ID for you, you have to select this option, and then the system generates. Then you can refresh. So the system keeps generating. The next person will be MEM002, followed by MEM003. The system automatically generates the ID for you. So let's add a member here. You select the active, and then you add a member. You select yes. So one member is being added. So when you come to members, you see the detail of the member. You can edit the member's detail here as well. And then also, when you go to members, you can also add the payment directly, record contribution for a member. Now, so after adding your member, so let's say a member want to make a contribution. Okay, you want to add a contribution of a member. So you go to contributions here, and then under contributions, you go to record payment. You can also do bulk entry. So you can also export the data, and then the monthly sheet. The monthly sheet gives you the monthly contributions that they've made, which you can also export. So it tells you this man, John Doe, hasn't made any payment here. So you can also do the payment directly from the monthly sheet. Yes, so when you go to contribution, you select records, okay, and then you start by typing the member's name, and then the payment the member is making. So maybe he's paying 100 Ghana cedi. The payment month, so that's the month they are paying for, let's say January, and then the payment date was in January as well. Are they paying the method of payment? You can select any of them. So it's cash or mobile money. And then you can add a note here as well. So we record for this. So you realize that it has been added to January. So when you go to contributions again, you see the contribution made by the member here. And then when you go to the monthly sheet, and then when you select January, it tells you the member has already made payment for January. So let's see, and then also when you go to wallet, okay, you see the payments that have been made here. And then the report also gives you a very good report presentation on the contribution. So currently we have only one member, and he has made payment for January. Payment contribution is 100 Ghana cedi as well. So that's how simple it is. So let's also let's assume the member want to make contribution for this month, which is 31st of May. You want to make contribution for, so you can also select the member's name here, and then you go, you tap on this button. It's automatically filled for you, and then so you make the contribution for May, okay, today, and then you add the record. So it's being added to the system. So you will see on the dashboard the payment that have come in, the number of people that have paid as well. So let's see, you wanted to see the summary of this month, a particular month, the contribution that has been made. You only go here, you select the month you want, and then all those that are paid within that month will show for you, which you can export. And then also, so the current month is May. So all those that have made contribution in May will also show for you. So let's assume that, so before then, let's add another member. Okay, let's add another member. So so we're adding a new member to it, and this is his phone number, and then the email address should be this, and then we add this member to it. So currently we have 2 members that have been added to this year group. And when you go to members, so you see them here. So let's assume that there's another payment from the second member that has been added. Okay, so you go here. You go here. You select, then maybe for this month he's paying 670 cedi. Same month, payment is for May, the date, and then the method of payment, and then you save. So it has been added to the year group's amount. So when you go through, you see all the recent payments. When you go to monthly sheets, you see that for May, these are the people that have made a payment, which you can export as well. So the total amount collected and everything is being displayed for you. So let's assume also that Etonam made 2 payments in May. How are you going to enter that? So it's the same thing. You go to contributions, or you select the members, the member, Etonam, and it's making another contribution for me. So this time around, it's making a contribution of 230 cedi into May again. So you only save it. So it tells you that there's an already existing payment, which means that the member has already made 70 cedi payment for May. So this payment that you are adding to the same month is going to be a top up. Okay. So if you are okay with it, you confirm the top up, and it's been added. So when you go to the monthly sheet, so it tells you Etonam has made 2 payments, and to view that payment, you only tap on this button here, and then it shows you all the payments that have been made in this particular month. Yes. So same way with the benefit, you can also generate benefit for a member. So first you input the type of benefit you have. Maybe it's funeral or maternity. So let's assume it's school, scholarship or school, or yes, school. You can input the amount, you give the default amount, and then the description as well. Okay, so the benefit. So this is how the benefit works. With the benefit, any benefit you give, you are assigning, okay, it must first be approved and then paid. But you can just go directly paid here or approve here, and then at the end of the day it must be paid, and then the amount must be deducted from the wallet balance. Yes, so let's try one. So currently we have some other ones that have been done here. Yes, so all these have been done. So let's assume we are giving benefit to John Doe again for school. Okay, so John Doe is going to school, and then we need to pay, give a benefit. So we are giving John Doe 90 cedi, and then must be approved. So you go and then you give it out. So if the member has an email, all these processes will be sent via email to the member. So if you have an email address in the system, you'll be receiving email as and when all these are happening. So because it has not been approved, the value is still the same. So it has not been approved yet, it's pending. So let's approve it and see. We can either approve or reject. So it has been approved and still not. So it has been approved but has not been paid. So it has been approved but it has not been paid. So we go back and then we mark as payment when the money is given to the member. So this is how it's been done. So once it has been paid, the money, our wallet balance will reduce. And you can see all these transactions going on in the wallet sections as well. Yes, so, and one wonderful thing about this is we have an audit trail, okay? Everything that happens, whoever does anything in the system is being recorded. Yes, so anything that happens in the system is being recorded here. The benefit that has been given, the approval, everything is being recorded in the system. So you can't come and then mess up without us tracing you. So the system records everything as well. So that is how simple it is. And then the membership sheet is for the month as well. So in a particular month, all the payments that have been made, you will see them here, and then you can export. So it's easy to track those who have not made payments. Yes, and then the wallet also gives us a summary of whatever happens in the system, the benefits, the references that have been made as well. Now, one interesting thing is also for members to be able to access their record. Okay, they should be able to log in and then view whatever payments that they have made, and this can be done using the link in the institution. So the link that you are going to copy here, copy this link. So you copy this link here. This is the link that we are going to use. So if you want members to view their records, okay, without necessarily giving them the printing and then sending them their reports, you can also do that. So you can also print members' report as well. So you go to reports, you select the member, and then you apply. It gives you a summary, and then you can print this out for the member. Okay, you can also print this out for the member, so the member sees the benefits, the contribution he has made, and all the breakdowns are given, and then this signed and then given to the member with the official stamp as well. So if you don't want us to do this, maybe the member wants to do that themselves, okay, you must first have the member's email address in the system, because you will need an email address to log in. An OTP will be sent to the email address for verification. Okay, so you copy this link here, you go to institutions, you go to view, you copy this link, and then you send it to the members, which they can use. So you copy this link to the member. So we'll try it and see how it works. Now, when the member opens the link, this is what he's going to see. So he sees this. So he must enter the email address provided to us here. Yes, so it tells you that the member not found. So if you enter any email address here, it tells you the member has not been added to this particular year group. So you must provide the email address that has been added. Yes, so tell you it has been found, the OTP has been sent to the email address. So now you open your email address, your email, and then you copy the OTP there. So once the code has been added, okay, it opens the statement for you, so the member can see whatever contributions they have made, the benefit they've received, and all that. Yes, so the member have access to this, and he can export it or can also print it out. So this is how simple it is for the member to access their records as well. Now back to the actual dashboard. So this is for one institution. So all the records that are being kept here is for this particular institution. So let's say you want to also record members under your next institution or organization, okay? Or you can add as many as you want. So you go to that organization. So currently you see there is no member here, and then the amount is 0 because we are in a different institutions, and they don't have any member here. So the record is just blank. So you are now coming to, so there's no way information in one institution will appear in another. Yes. So that is how simple it is. You can add as many institutions as you are, and each have their own unique URL that members can view their records. Yes. So it's very simple. Try it out.